Hello everybody, I'm PoisonKitty.
And I'm Houkou16.
And together we are twin from another sin.
So today we are going to take a little talk about childhood crushes. Characters or people we had crushes on before we turned 18.
And my list is going from like when I was youngest and then up until I was 18.
Mine is just all around the place because I don't remember stuff like that.
So, do you want to start or should I start?
I can start. Then I'm going to start with at least one I think is kind of in the early stages, which is Tracy Sketches. That guy from Pokemon who only was there really in a really short while, but he drew Pokemon and stuff like that. He was kind of for the replacement of Brock for a short while because they thought Brock was racist to have in the show, and then they put Tracy in.
Okay.
And then they put Tracy out again.
Okay. Oh, well, my earliest one was definitely Crash Bandicoot. What a shocker. Ever since I was around 4 or 5 years old, I have played Crash Bandicoot games. And I just love that little Bandicoot. He's so cute. I still really do like him, just not in that way at all. But I still do play a lot of Crash Bandicoot. I even got it on my phone now. Well, Crash Bandicoot was my childhood hero. Mm. And because of that, I did evolve a major crush on him.
I get it.
Yeah.
In some way. I don't have any animal-based characters on my list, actually. Which is kind of funny, but I don't think I have.
I think I have 8.
Great! But my next one is TK from Digimon Adventure. And I will point out that I'm talking about TK from Digimon Adventure 2, where he's a teenager and not where he's like a little kid. Even though I also liked him then, but I was also a little kid then. So that's fine. But I just like his character. I don't know why. And I liked his Digimon.
Yeah, well, I stay at the age of around 5 still. I watched the Danish cartoon Valhalla, and in there, a version of Loki is depicted. And that was when I just evolved my crush on Loki, like in general. I have loved Loki, like the character, ever since. So, which is obviously also why I like Loki from Marvel, even though he's a bit different. But yeah, every way ever since I have seen Loki, in some way I've just liked him.
Yeah, I get that. My next one may not surprise anyone because it's a character we have talked about on this show. It's SpiderMan.
Remember your one true rule.
My one true rule is not to kill SpiderMan.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I had a crush on Spider-Man. I mean, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. They are amazing characters, especially in the 90 cartoons. I like that Spider-Man. I also like this Spider-Man. Tom Holland doing a great job as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's just something about this Spider-Man. But again, it's the characteristics I always go with. It's a smart guy that knows how to have fun at times and is serious when it's needed.
My next one on the list, we move up on... Well, actually a bit like around almost 10 years old at this time. Jim Hawkins from Treasure Planet. I just found him extremely good looking for a Disney male character.
Yeah.
At the time he was definitely one of the better looking ones.
Yeah.
Up until Tangled came out.
We are going to talk about that later.
I thought so. But yeah, Jim Hawkins, he's also just like the type of character I like because he's so free-spirited and a little bit of a rebel and doesn't really follow the rules, don't care. So yeah, like, yes.
Now that you talked about him, then I'm just going to my one Disney character, which is Flynn Rider, because Eugene Fitzherbert.
Yep.
That guy, that's Mulder. I don't know. That guy can something. I just really like Flynn Rider, okay?
I agree, he's very good looking. Mm-hmm. But I didn't watch Tangled until after I was 18.
Yeah, and I watched it almost as soon as it came out, so...
Oh, really?
I was allowed to put it on my list!
Yeah.
And he's still kind of high up there, but he's not on any of Husbando list or anything, because I ship him with Rapunzel, so...
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, my next one is Tulio from The Road to El Dorado. He's also like the type of guy I like because he's also like a thinker and pretty serious. Yet he's awkwardly funny, sort of. I mean, he doesn't try to be funny, but still sometimes he is.
Yeah.
Without it being on purpose. And I also find him handsome.
Yeah.
For a cartoon character, he's pretty handsome.
Mm-hmm. I would like to talk about 2 in this one.
Oh, I also have one with that. So
okay,
okay.
I think I actually have 2 with that.
Okay, I have one.
But this one, they are both from Avatar: The Last Airbender. You can maybe guess. But the one of them is Suco, which every girl that has watched Avatar: The Last Airbender has Suco on the list, kind of.
I would have if I'd watched it as a child.
Yeah. And the other one is Sokka.
Yeah.
and this one, I know it's kind of weird, but it's not that weird when you take a look at the characters I actually like. Because as I said with Spider-Man, he's smart, and he can be funny, and serious when needed. And that's just the thing I want in a guy, okay?
Then we have yet another Disney character. We have Randall Box from Monsters, Inc. So yeah, the villain. So here I start on the villain thing. Except of course, I mean Loki, I already started there. But here I really more seriously start on the villain thing. I don't know, that chameleon, just a chameleon-like villain from Monsters, Inc. I mean, also just his background story after you get like Monsters University, it's really, really even better. But I already liked him just in Monsters, Inc. Again, he's like a schemer, the thinker. I love that. I
actually have one more Disney character, but it's not from a movie. It's Unstoppable. I don't know why.
I was thinking the same, honestly.
He's just quirky and fun and...
He's just so your type again.
Yeah.
Awkward too.
Yeah. Like Suco, but not as awkward.
No.
But...
Hi, I'm Rand, but you already know that.
Yeah.
I have my last Disney cartoon character here now, which is Duncan Arsh from Tailspin.
Okay!
He was actually the last one I added to my list because all of a sudden I was like, wait a second. Wow, how could I forget I actually had a major crush on him? He's a pirate and he's funny and also kind of awkward, actually. Like, he can't really control anything. He thinks he's in control of his pirates, but he's not really.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Actually, I just discovered I had one more from Disney.
Can you hear the theme of this?
Okay, it's Jake Long from American Dragon. I don't know why.
I'm not sure why either.
No, I just think he was the most good-looking guy in that show, and he was charismatic in some ways, and he was cool, and he could turn into a dragon, and I just really love that show, and I wish it comes on Disney Plus soon, so I can watch it again.
Yeah,
but he's not at all near my type, but he's like in the Flynn Rider category, where it's just, he's good looking, I like that.
My next one is not a cartoon character at all. Actually, it is, it's an actor. Owen Wilson. And I mean, I liked him at the start of my teenage years. So, like, there's a huge age gap, but I don't really care because I love all of the movies I've seen him in. And when I was start teenage years, it was just like, ooh, it's Owen Wilson in this movie. I have to watch it. So, yeah, I could not have Owen Wilson on this list.
Mine next one is also human. And I'm going to take both the role where I fell in love with and the person acting it. It's just Hudson, who plays Peter Millark in Hunger Games.
Ah, yes.
So I don't know why, or actually I know he's kind and he looks great, and he's optimistic as well.
And at least he's more our age than Owen Wilson.
Yeah, he was around my own age when Hunger Games came out.
I still hope he's around your age.
Yeah. So I had a kind of huge crush on him. Like, I have 2 books about the Hunger Game characters, just because I wanted to know more about him. That's my hugest, like, celebrity crush. And I don't have any now.
I do, but we'll get back to that later. My next one is when I started watching Batman. I saw one villain on the screen that would become my favorite villain of all time, and he still is. It is Joker.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know.
But he's not on my husbando list, and there's a reason for that. He is a bit too psycho, even for me.
That's saying a lot, taking that you almost have a pyromaniac as your number 1.
And I do have another pyro as my number 2. I have a problem. But yeah, Joker. I have loved all of the different versions of Joker that I have seen. Both in the few, I have not watched a lot of Batman cartoons, a little bit, not a lot, but the few I have, and the movies, and also just like the Joker movie. I love all of them. One though is, the one is Suicide Squad, I like the least, just saying.
We have talked Disney. Now I'm going to Nickelodeon for once. We also have been on Nickelodeon with Avatar: The Last Airbender. But Danny Phantom. Again, it's just like Flynn Rider and...
Yeah, I was just about to say
Jake Long.
it's a bit like Jake Long, yes.
Yeah. It's in that category. He's looking great and he's doing great stuff.
Well, then I'm going back to Disney.
Okay.
But not a cartoon. I'm going to Pirates of the Caribbean. Because Jack Sparrow. I tried to make kind of like the Jack Sparrow outfit after I watched Pirates of the Caribbean. My mom actually made one of my normal regular hats into a pirate hat for me. It was nice. So I always wore that whenever I watched Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, I think I watched that like 100 times. It is my favorite of the movies, and every time I just fall in love with Jack Sparrow every time I watch it. Gotta say though, I also do like Barbossa a lot. Again, huge age difference. I don't know. I mean, there's gonna be one more that is also like a huge age difference. Don't take it the wrong way, I'm not that much into older guys. Not that much older, at least.
Again, I have 2 that kind of in the same category, mostly because they're from the same show. So it's Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki. Sasuke was the first one, because everyone that read or watch Naruto falls in love with Sasuke first, and then later on you get a crush on Naruto for some reason. Sasuke is good looking, Naruto is the optimistic character that's later looking great as a teen. Sasuke looks great both as a child and as a teen, but he gets totally emo, and I'm not a fan of that, so I'm like, okay, we're going Naruto, and then my OC ends up with Gaara.
Yes. Okay, my next 5 ones have a theme here. It's all from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh!
That was when I hit around the age of 15 that I really started playing a lot of Sonic games and watching Sonic X, I think it's called, and yeah. So my first Sonic crush was Knuckles the Echidna. And I think it's kind of because of the temper, because I had like a similar temper back then. So I could like reflect myself in him, and then it was just like, he's so super cool. He was my first Sonic the Hedgehog crush. But I also had like around the same age as the characters in Sonic, so...
So one of my other one is Quixie. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name right, because last time I watched Tokyo Mew Mew is a long time ago. But he was an alien that flirted with the main character, and I was like, oh, I like that. I don't know why, but I like that. I just like how persistent he is with, I like you, so you should like me, and not this guy over here.
The next Sonic the Hedgehog character is, a little bit embarrassing, because I actually technically still have a crush on him. I never really got over that, for some reason. It's Shadow the Hedgehog. It was the second one I fell for. And I still like him. Again, like, he's not like all villain, he's more like an anti-hero that has done a lot of bad things in his past. Like, he's, maybe besides Joker, he might be the one who has done most criminal stuff on this list. Okay, maybe Jack Sparrow has done a similar amount. I actually don't know, but yeah. Shadow the Hedgehog is just like a dark character with an interesting past. I also love Shadow the Hedgehog the game. I played that one many times. And I just can't let go. I created 2 OCs. Those were some of my first OCs I ever created, was for Sonic the Hedgehog, and one of them definitely belongs with Shadow. You have one?
Yeah.
Okay, then I just take the 3 other Sonic characters. So the next one is Espio the Chameleon. Who is, I know him from Sonic Heroes, the game. where I'm always on Team Chaotix, where he's a detective. And my OC that actually has something with Shadow the Hedgehog is on his team in Sonic Heroes. Again, I mean, like, he's such a cool ninja, and he's chameleon, and I was called chameleon when I was in public school. Because my hands often changed colors during the winter when I was outside. Going from normal color to blue to purple to red to, I think, almost green at one point. I'm not sure how. The next one is Jet the Hawk, which is from Sonic Riders, where he's Sonic's rival, and he's the other one of the Sonic characters that I like that's also kind of a villain. So yeah, again, the villain thing. And he just looks cool. I mean, he's a hawk, it looks awesome, and he's green. And the last one is Silver the Hedgehog. I just found him to look so different from the other hedgehogs in the game. Such beautiful color, and I don't know, there was just something very enticing about him. I remember I wanted to buy a game where he also appeared, but I also had another game, which was a Crash Bandicoot game, that I also wanted, and I was only allowed to buy get one of them. So it's like, this one where Silver is in, or this Crash Bandicoot game I don't own. Crash Bandicoot wins. So I never got to own that game, and I have no idea today what game it is, so I can't even find it. I'm not really sure. But yeah, those were the 5 Sonic the Hedgehog characters I have had crushes on.
So my last one is Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon.
Of course. Oh, and the voice actor is also. I love him. I love the voice actor.
Okay. He's smart. He's a little bit awkward. He's optimistic. He knows how to train dragons. He looks great. I mean, he goes from this awkward looking stage, and then as an adult, I was of course over 18 when that happened, but then he looks really great.
I mean, I agree. And then again, the voice actor, he's...
Oh, yeah.
I love him in The Sorcerer's Princess. Unfortunately, it was also over 18 when I was that one the first. The last one I have is also both like the character and the actor, which is Iron Man / Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Iron Man is my favorite hero in Marvel. I love his sassiness. Sarcasm, and just like the way that he is like playboy millionaire.
Yeah,
just like Batman.
I get it.
But a little bit cooler than Batman still, but yeah.
It's not that hard to be cooler than Batman.
Shush. Batman is my childhood hero, besides Crash Bandicoot, but like from...
Spider-Man is better.
Anyways, Robert Downey Jr. Guess I started liking him because actually of Iron Man, back in like 2009-10. And since then I've watched a lot more movies with him besides where he's Iron Man. Yeah, like with Owen Wilson, I love all of his movies basically. I don't know, I mean, he just reminds me so much of Iron Man, like the character he is also in real life, so yeah.
That's actually how I see most of the Marvel actors, kind of.
I actually do think that Tom Hiddleston, that he is different.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of the villains are different.
True.
Or villain-like characters.
Yeah, but the heroes are a lot like them.
At least you can hope so.
Yeah. I have seen.
I mean,
Chris that's playing Captain America. I've seen him clean after the set is done.
Yeah, okay.
So
I also guess Chris Pratt and Tom Holland could pretty much also be like that. So
yeah.
But anyways,
I mean, Chris Pratt, he stole his suit and took it with him home so he can go to children's hospitals in it. So,
but actually, talking about Marvel, I am a bit sad that that gotta have been 19 when I watched one of the Marvel movies where Loki is in / Tom Hiddleston. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the list. Otherwise, it would have been Tom Hiddleston / Loki definitely on my list at the end.
Yeah, I have someone that's kind of the same because I first really began watching anime when I was 19. Even though I have a good amount of anime characters here, but I would have loved to have Grateful Basta on here from Fairy Tail. That's again one of the ones where it's just like, he looks great.
Now you know our childhood crushes list.
Yeah,
at least some of them.
What we just could remember.
Yeah. So now we are curious. Let us know. Have you had any childhood crushes, and who do you
Did you
remember
crush
the
on
best?
Nala from Lion King? Or did you have a crush on Suco if you watched Avatar The Last Airbender?
So we hope you liked this video for sure. And if you did, click the like button and subscribe.
And ring the bell.
And we will see you guys in the next video.
Bye!
Bye!